We've seen companies like Fidelity, like MetLife, like Northern Trust, like Citi, like JP Morgan set up big technology hubs here. Even companies like MasterCard, who just earlier on this year announced 1,500 new technology roles as Dublin becomes their technology hub for Europe. So phenomenal ecosystem for companies to grow and expand in.
Started in Ireland in 1965, actually. So in fact, we followed one of our clients, Ford Manufacturing. And that really probably has been the basis of a lot of what we want to do in this country and have done for over half a century. The advantages of having it in Ireland, we saw it very early on, was one, the ecosystem. So we could interact with our clients. Many of our clients are based here, so we were able to interact with them. Ecosystem also brought talent. So today we've got 500 technologists. That's probably more than a lot of the tech companies themselves. But we were able to hire from that ecosystem, from the Googles, the Microsofts, the IBMs. And I think the third element has to be really the pro-business environment.
The financial services industry here in Ireland has been able to leverage very heavily the technology ecosystem that's based here. There's a whole host of different technology companies already here. It's a very deep-rooted industry. It's been scaling for many, many years. Today, we have financial services companies who are building technology hubs here. They're looking to exploit data and digital from their base here. COVID, for example, has brought with it challenges around operational oversight, around risk and compliance, around cloud computing and security, and all those type of skill sets can be managed and exploited through the use of technology. Albeit that the global pandemic has been very detrimental globally, we've seen real resilience in the international financial services sector here in Ireland. The sector has been very agile. We've seen companies come to us looking to grow. They've been growing very significantly in the current marketplace. So we've been supporting those companies in helping them to understand the new capabilities that they need to onboard staff remotely, to work in a virtual environment, to support their culture in a virtual environment.
Citi in Ireland has gone through a real evolution, I suppose, over the last number of years as we try to enhance our capability and what we offer from here. One, I'd like a period to sustain and embed that. That's really important. Understanding, do we have any gaps in our product capability? Something that we thought was a defensive strategy, are we now turning it into a competitive strategy? So that's one stream of thought. And then I think the other one is, what are the opportunities, particularly in the EU? So we've got this European banking headquarters now in Ireland. We've got Brexit around the corner. I think there's a huge opportunity for many companies in Ireland to see how they can build out their capability, build out the talent and competencies that we have here, and then look wider as to what can be the opportunities that we can bring in here.
We're very fortunate in financial services to have a cohesive government approach to the development of this sector, led by the Minister of Financial Services. And this provides a cohesive strategy and a resultant action plan where all of the key stakeholders across the industry, both public and private, come together, not only to envision what they need today, but also to envision the future of the industry.
The last element I would say with the IDA is the ability, and we've used it in the past and we'll continue to use it. So as we look at innovation, we need to do feasibility studies. You can't just develop something in the morning, you need to do a proof of concept. And so working with the IDA on both the feasibility studies, but also that R&D grant aid and R&D tax credits is really very powerful. It's that end-to-end of business working with the government and really cementing our position in Ireland.